Mr. Lewis, you have Crystal Vogan, it's the sentencing. Good morning. This is Mr. Hoffpower's sentencing. I didn't see you over there, Mr. Hoffpower.
No, I did.
Good morning. Good morning. Are you Crystal Vogan? And Ms. Vogan was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to theft of property, a state jail felony. That agreement was for a 4-year deferred probation with a $1,000 fine as well as restitution in the amount of $9,400. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have y'all all had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes. Yeah.
And any additions or corrections or?
There's a lot of history, we understand, Your Honor, but discussed it with counsel also restitution.
Speak up, I'm
I
sorry.
just want to make sure the court knows restitution, most of the main issue we're looking at, get some of that money back.
I've got 1, 2, 3 and a quarter pages of criminal history. Well, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't dismissed. There were 14 felonies that weren't dismissed. At least 4 or 5 misdemeanors that weren't dismissed. I understand the restitution, and y'all know my position on that already this morning, but there's I mean, she's on probation right now in Sutton County, correct?
Yes.
I have been for 2 years.
Right. So do they know about this case? And what has happened over there, if anything?
I haven't done nothing. I'm still continuing on my deferred. Because I'm actually supposed to start nursing.
I can't understand you.
I'm supposed to start nursing school.
When?
I was actually supposed to start in September, but I had to wait to see.
Are you really going to be able to go to nursing
Yes,
school
ma'am.
with this type of criminal
Yes, ma'am.
history?
Yes, ma'am. Because I haven't been convicted of it. I'm a CNA now.
It's surprising when someone facing past legal issues or currently being supervised by the court is still able to receive certain medical-related certifications. Situations like this make people wonder how the review process works and what guidelines are followed. It's concerning when previous conduct or ongoing legal limits don't seem to prevent someone from taking on these kinds of responsibilities.
Another issue that I see on here also is the restitution, because it shows $9,400, but then it also, that was from inside the bank, and then it shows $500 from an ATM and $100 from a cash app, totaling $10,000, not $9,400. Is that correct?
And that would have been added on, you know, I think that's a bank fee, I believe. I don't think that
Well, it says 500 was withdrawn from an ATM outside the bank. Is that right? You know better than anybody.
I only went into it. I didn't have no access to the cars and that.
Okay. So possibly the other person that was involved did that?
Only thing we knew about
That
was
was
the
no-
400 that was in the bank.
I wasn't aware of, Your Honor, when we did it, when I got the PSIs, when I was in the cash app. But if it was a withdrawal, then that would be her responsibility joint and separately, so
Right, it says, so
that's a request.
the contact from Do Good said that the defendant withdrew the entire loan amount of $10,000, $94 from inside the bank, $500 from an ATM, and $100 from a cash app transaction. It doesn't matter if you did it or if the other person that you were with did it. Y'all were working together. So you're both, and what's the other status of the,
I don't have the other cat of another person, Your Honor, that's just one that's the charge. I'm not the person on there. But She's responsible.
Yeah. So I mean, if there was another person and you didn't give that
I
information,
don't
then
know.
that's okay. Apparently the cops didn't either. So
She went in the bank, she was the one called. Side, whether or not she has a copy. The backside, not to my knowledge.
and you're hold on. So the probations in Sutton County, have they been transferred to Harris County? So you're going in person in Harris County.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so it's the state's position to go forward with the agreement?
I understand the court's concern, and the state has the same, like I said, our initial deal was to get some of the money back on our victim, however, we
So,
understand.
all right, so here's what I'm gonna do, Ms. Bogan. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Can y'all hold it down over there, please? I'm gonna find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I just don't know. I just can't believe I'm even considering doing this, honestly.
Responsibilities. Ramzan, this is exactly the kind of comment you don't want to hear from a judge when they're reviewing your plea agreement. Judges are expected to stay neutral, but they still decide whether the plea deal is appropriate and fair. In Karen's situation, the judge isn't questioning whether probation is suitable. The concern is the specific type of probation being proposed. The difference is between deferred adjudication and standard probation. With deferred adjudication, if she completes everything successfully, she may later request.
I'm not. I can't. There's no way. It has to be straight probation, and I realize that that's going to potentially have some issues, but I can't with 14 prior felony offenses, same type of thing. So
I don't.
you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. How many do you think you have?
I have 3 here and one back home.
Okay, you have lots of them that were at the same time for different offenses.
No, it was never convicted, never charged.
Yeah, you did probations for them. Forgery of a financial instrument. Don't talk over me. March 3rd of 2008, Harris County, 180 days in jail. So that one was reduced. March of 2014, forging identification cards in Cuyahoga County, Ohio, 1 year probation. Same charge, same probation, so that's 2 in Ohio. March of 2014, aggravated theft in Ohio, another probation, the same date, but still another charge. March of 2014, attempted drug possession, pled guilty, 1 year probation. March of 2014, same thing in Ohio, possessing criminal tools, probation, all of that. It was at the same time, but still different cases. November of 2014, forgery, 2 cases, got probations in those. I'm gonna run out of fingers. March, another one, a theft, aggravated theft in Ohio in 2014. Then we go to Sutton County, Texas, and you have 5 continuous smuggling of persons for pecuniary benefit, and that's the 10-year probation that you're on in 5 different cases.
To have the conviction removed from her record. Ramzan, when you set aside her past legal problems, which include a range of serious charges, you might think she presents herself fairly well, but now we're about to see how her history, combined with the choices she makes next, can create even more trouble for her. This next part really shows how quickly things can go downhill when someone...
Okay.
That's not correct.
No. Okay.
So how many cases are you on probation for in Sutton County?
It all ran together.
I understand it all.
It's one.
It doesn't run, but that's not how it works.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
When it runs together, it just means you're serving it at this. I'm rejecting the plea agreement. I'm resetting your case for 3 weeks. We'll see you back in 3 weeks. Y'all can talk about it then. Ma'am,
What?
this is not gonna help.
It doesn't matter, my life's on.
Well, looks like you did that, not me. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Come on, hold on, get her, don't let her go. Come back. Everybody heard it.
You're bullshit.
Come back.
Sure, lawyer.
I told my lawyer he was bullshit. I didn't say that.
You don't talk like that to anybody in this case because he didn't do this either, you did.
He got me the plea.
He did get you he did a great job. I'm gonna find at this time that your bond is not sufficient because of your attitude and because of your
I gotta go to work. So I'm gonna lose my job and everything too?
Well, maybe you shouldn't cuss at your lawyer. Maybe you shouldn't have this attitude here in the courtroom. I'm going to raise your bond. What's the bond currently set at? Don't cry now after saying it's bullshit to him and acting like this in here. Stop. No, you're going to make it worse. You're just going to make it worse. You should, when I told you a minute ago to stop, you should have stopped when I told you to. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. Go back with the bailiff.
You told me like that. You know what I'm going to do?
One with a complicated record makes decisions that don't help their situation. Ramzan, yeah, I understand. Judges' confusing wording can be really frustrating. That concludes this hearing. I'm interested to see whether she'll manage to keep her job while arranging the $25,000 needed for bail.
Call Mr. McCoy's case.
Mr. McCoy?
Our conversations are concluded.
McCoy's here today. I've revoked his release based on his new charge. He held without bond on that. What else do we have? And Mr. McCoy, you understand that you're representing yourself. I have found you competent to represent yourself. At any point in time in these proceedings, you can ask an attorney if he appointed to represent you.
Yes, sir.
Do you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Looks like there's been some, there's been a DCA case filed. I don't know if it's based on the discovery request or not. I don't know. All right. Yes, that's what it looks like. All right. Anything else today?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, first, I would just like to request to have my bond reinstated, sir.
Motion denied.
And the reason being, sir, can I please have an explanation why?
Because you were out on bond, you picked up another charge, you pled to that charge.
And the only reason, sir, regardless of the facts, the only reason I accepted the case, that charge is because they said they was only going to give me a fine. But the person that actually, was in the fight, they came there and they seen that I was breaking up the fight.
Mr. McCoy, I've already made my decision when you entered.
I understand that, Mr. Clark. I'm just stating this for the record.
You've set the motion that you were breaking up a fight and that you didn't cause a fight and you weren't involved in the fight, that you were the peacemaker. But however, you did enter a plea, and that's all part of the record. I understand that, but I am going to deny your motion to reinstate the bond.
All right, Mr. Clark. Can we discuss my case? I was here for a court date on my case.
Well, you've already filed a notice of appeal on the second request for discovery, so I don't know what else there is to discuss today.
Well, and that I was wanting to discuss, sir, is the fact that, my subpoenas and everything never got responded to. I filed subpoenas through the court and to the people about my the videos of my evidence, sir.
Well, if they've been served with subpoenas and they haven't responded, you need to do a motion for show cause.
Motion to show cause.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about, I just want to know your opinion, sir, since you're the judge.
I can't give you my opinion.
No. Based on the proceedings, sir.
Next, we're heading to Florida, where there are several hearings in a case I've been following for a while. Ramzan, did you catch that? He can't give you his personal opinion. Legally, judges aren't allowed to offer legal advice to anyone, just like they can't advise the prosecution. Their job is to...
That's with Mr. Frank Sullivan. I'm not looking for help.
All the thing I'm asking, sir, is why am I being denied my evidence?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, if Bay County officers was the primary officer, sir, in my case, and they will only be an assistant.
I've heard this argument for the last, ever since you've been arrested, so it's already part of the record. I've already made my ruling. You've already appealed that ruling, so we'll see what the first DCA says. I'm gonna set this for a pre-trial June 19th at 9 o'clock. That'll conclude the hearing. Okay?
Well, sir, I still had a couple things I really wanted to say for the record.
Say them on the 19th.
Seriously, come on, Miss Clark, man, we got.
What do you want to put on the record? I'm gonna give you a minute. Go.
All right. The whole thing I want to put on the record, Miss Clark, is I don't know what kind of beef that you got with me, sir, or Mr. Frank Sullivan, but I keep having multiple prosecutors filing motions against me, the ones that was pulled off my case. Why they still filing motions
Mr.
against me?
McCoy, I understand that argument.
But it makes no sense because it seems like my case is going nowhere,
Listen,
especially when you have nothing to even try
These
to
state
do.
attorneys don't stay here very long. The ones that are on your case are in another division. I have nothing to do with that. Mr. Sullivan has nothing to do with that.
You know, he just said he does.
Huh?
He just said he did.
No, what I said, Mr. McCoy said that despite who the prosecutor is, you're also involved in my case. And I said, yes, that is true because I'm the division chief. I didn't say I had anything to do with moving prosecutors or changing.
He doesn't move, but he is the division chief, so.
Okay, if my old prosecutor's already moved to a different division, whatever, why is she still filing motions against me? And then obviously when she signed it, she said this motion is for Frank Sullivan.
They all sign it for Larry Bassford. It doesn't matter who signs it, who files it. They were filed on behalf of Larry Bassford. So that's going to conclude today's hearing.
That makes no sense, Mr. Clark.
Mr. McCoy, that concludes the hearing. I understand. There's nothing else to be said about that.
Stay neutral and interpret the law, not tell either side what to do. Ramzan, his first hearing is over. The judge scolded him for breaking the bond conditions by